You already know, it's your boy Shad Dolla, representing Team Swanky. We out here in the building, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out the new jersey. Keep it locked in, man. It's your boy. What up, though?
So, I'm gonna tell you quick history. First time I ever heard about you, it was, I can't tell the year. I'm gonna say 2006, 2000. I'm gonna say 2007, 2008.
Okay.
Right around that time, I think I was running with Jersey Fave in them. And I think Fave did a video for you.
Word.
Yeah. Talk about your sound.
Well, my flavor is like a little bit of old school mixed with, I wouldn't say today's hip hop, but just more like modern day hip hop. Cause like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny how I even got introduced to hip hop. Like growing up as a kid, you know what I mean, I was raised by a single parent. Like my mom was real protective over me, so she was on that old school shit where I wasn't even allowed to listen to rap music because it had curse words in it. You know what I'm saying? My first CDs was a Ricky Martin CD and the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Word.
You know what I mean? And the reason why I was able to get the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is because it didn't have any curse words in it. And my mom thought it was an R&B album, which I still debate with my boys all the time. Like, 'cause some of my boys say it's a rap album. I still think it's an R&B album, one of the greatest R&B albums of all time. That's another conversation.
Other conversation.
Yeah. Long story short, like, I grew up from that culture. The only reason why I even started listening to rap is because I had an older cousin that moved in with us and started living with me for a little bit. And, you know, he had all the Clue mixtapes, all the early DMX, Jay-Z, you know what I mean? Like, and I would listen to some of his CDs and it was like, my ears was on fire. Like, it was like, I was like kind of bombarded with the culture. So I just started soaking up game. And from that, like, that's the shit that I started loving, you know what I mean? And even now, when I started rapping, which was like around 2008, 2009, I was like, that's the type of sound that I've always been a fan of. So that's the type of music that, you know, me as a listener trying to step outside of my own body, that's the type of music that I would want to hear as a fan. So, you know, my biggest influences, Jay-Z, I mean, of course, and some people even say I sound like him, which, you know, I argue to death. I don't like that comparison, but like Jay-Z's my favorite rapper, and he's always been a big influence on me. Beanie Siegel, DMX, I'm talking about, yo, LL Cool J. I'm talking about, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, at one point, Juvenile was my favorite rapper.
Yo, no.
I'm talking about
Juvie Art is the big one.
Listen, his first album was classic.
Word, classic.
It's classic. You know what I mean? And that's the era I'm from. You know what I mean? So that's I'm kind of like all of that mixed in one. Like, I got an old soul. You know what I mean? I'm still in my 20s, but at the same time, like, it feels like I'm damn near 35 going on 40 because just the way I carry myself and the way that my values are. You know what I mean? Like the way I was raised. You know what I mean? My mom just brought me up differently. That's why, you know, a lot of these cats today, the music that they make, I can't relate to. And even though I may be a fan of some of the shit, like, I'm just not that type of artist. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be out here turned up, making a million songs that don't have lyrics that you can't even break down or understand. You know what I mean? That's cool for that vibe, but I'm more so trying to deliver a message in my music. I want you to hear what I gotta say.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to all the sexy ladies, single moms, and real niggas. It's like, nah. Really, man, my demographic, I think, is everybody. Anybody that is really going through life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to base a lot of my music off of relatability. And I speak on a lot of things that I've experienced or witnessed firsthand. Like, I don't, you know, I mean, we all have a little bit of embellishment in our rhymes because we all want to big up ourselves and we have the supreme confidence in our lyrics. But I don't really speak on too much outlandish shit that I haven't really been through. You know what I mean? Like, I'm relatable. I personally want people to listen to my music and say, damn, that song just took me to a place because I done been through something similar to that, or I know exactly what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, because that is dope to me. Like, I love when people tell me, like, yo, that joint was crazy. Like, that first verse, I've been through that too, or that shit spoke right to my soul. Like, that's dope to me because I love relatable music. So, you know, I just always try to emulate things that I am a fan of or things that I like because again, I just think that there's longevity in music that people can vibe to constantly. Like, cause you're not gonna always want to party. You're not gonna always want to go to the club, but that vibe that you always catch that's within yourself, man, like that doesn't go away. So I just want to try to make timeless music.
Oh, word. So now we 2016.
Uh-huh.
Almost about to be summer 16.
Yeah.
Where's Shad at now?
I'm ready to let the people hear this new project. I'm ready to let the people hear me again because it's almost been 2 years since I dropped Destined for Greatness. That came out, 2014? And that took damn near 4 years to come out after I had dropped Almost Famous, which was my first solo tape.
Gotcha.
So this is going to be my third solo joint, and I think this is definitely my most mature project to date, and I definitely think that it's going to get us in the place. And by us, I mean, Team Swanky and just my people, my loved ones, everybody that I got rooting for me. I think it's going to take us to a different level, with the right push and the right people behind it, because I just think as an artist, I'm getting better. And I took this time, not necessarily as a layoff, but I've been working. I'm not one of those people to say, oh, this coming soon, and do a whole bunch of heavy promo on something that's not complete. Like, I like to lock in and go in the dojo and master my craft and get right so that when it comes out, it's a complete project. Wow. And now that I feel like I have that, I'm ready to deliver it to the people, and I'm right on time. And don't get it twisted. I had a lot of personal shit going on too. And that kind of interfered with my focus in terms of the music because, financially and just mentally, it was stressful. So now that I'm in a better place and now that I'm able to focus solely on my craft and what I'm passionate about, it shows because the music, from the people that I've let hear it, preview it, they're telling me that I'm on something great. So I'm just trying to maintain consistency and, for the most part, just deliver something that the people are going to fully appreciate and say, you know what, this guy needs a deal, or he needs to be somewhere on a larger scale so that we can really, really make shit pop. You know what I mean?
How do you win in 2016, Shad?
How do I win?
Not even just you personally. How do you feel like, how do we win in 2016? What month is it, May?
Yeah.
May.
It's about to be June. Hopefully it's going to be a hot summer. Hopefully this weather switches up. How do we win?
How do we win?
Yo, just staying sucker free and just staying focused on your shit. Because really, we all got to be accountable for ourselves. We just got to hold ourselves accountable and really maintain that focus. Because I feel like no matter what it is you do, if you maximize your potential and you're in a team and everybody's carrying that same amount of weight, yo, sky's the limit. Like, a lot of people get driven by ego or individual accolades and shit like that, but when you really got everybody in the team that's all focused on the big picture, you can't be stopped. So I think what we have, over on the team, like, and me just trying to contribute my end, I think we right there. You know what I mean? And I don't want to get too confident or too cocky when I say it, but I just feel like the talent that we have, there's no way in hell why we shouldn't be on right now. And it's coming. Y'all just stay tuned, it's coming. And not just with the music, like, it's just so much different shit, and I just can't wait for everybody to get the full experience, and it's coming. Let's believe it.
What? The new project.
I think they should definitely expect growth and just a lot of dope production, a lot of bars. I got a lot of good local producers around that I linked up and collab with. Also a lot of dope local artists that I linked up and collab with. Some familiar faces or names that y'all heard, I'm sure. But definitely it's gonna be some feel good music, man. Some shit you can ride out to, some shit you can roll up to, some shit you can turn up to. And I'm gonna have a little bit of everything on it. And like I said before, this is gonna be definitely the best body of work I have ever put out.
Got you. As far as cameos, are you obliged to share now, or?
Oh yeah, sure. I got Home Team. I got my boy Scoop on it, of course. I got Zoo Life on it at BCZA. And I got some singers. I got my boy Young Keese on it. I got this dope singer. She's out of Delaware named Rocky. Y'all gotta check her out. I got her on there. And yeah, I didn't really have a whole lot of features, but the ones that I got on there all serve their purpose
Gotcha.
perfectly. So,
And production wise, you
production wise, I got Mikey McFly on there. Shout out to Mikey McFly. I got Frequency on there, most definitely, and I got a couple other joints. I got Game Changers on there.
Gotcha.
Got Game Changers on there for a fact, and yeah.
Word. So, if you had to put, if I don't even know if you like these questions, but it's cool. If you had to put this body of work in an era, what era you think this body of work will fit perfectly?
I've had to put in an era.
Yeah.
This is like that early 2000s feel.
Early 2000.
Yeah, when shit was really getting popular.
Wow.
Like that 99, 2000
Wow.
feel.
Wow.
Back when DMX was running shit, Jay-Z was about to start taking the fuck over. Yeah, like
Wow.
hip hop was in a real good
Got you.
space.
Change clothes.
Yeah.
Word.
I'm in that.
Got you. So yeah. So that even helps your demographic too.
Right.
Just in case you weren't listening. Now you know.
Right.
Bye.
Oh, and I did name the project.
Word.
The project is called Change for a Dollar.
Change. Yeah. I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Change for a Dollar.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of changes in my life.
Word. Yeah. So yeah.
Appreciate it, man. It's a process, man. Progress is a process.
Wow.
And we all still going through it. And for me, I'm just in a better place in my life, whereas I can share my story with everybody and just let niggas know, man, we all going through it. Nobody's perfect, but as long as you maintain your values and your core, man, we good. Wow. You're gonna overcome the bullshit, man. We're gonna be good out here. That's what it's all about. And we're gonna have fun in the process. We're gonna get high. You know what I mean? We're gonna get this money.
Word. Or like they say in Brooklyn, that shmoney.